What's going on, MSFers? Duelim here, and today we've got Cosmic Crucible Ultimate 32, round number 3, going against Flav, and he's got Professor X, as per usual. I am full of just Professor X havers, and I just don't have them yet, so I'm just on the struggle bus. Room number 1, we've got Odin Illuminati with Black Knight. That's going to be annoying. Room number 2, we've got Accursed Quasar. We saw how to take that out yesterday. I'm probably going to do the exact same thing. And then room number 3, Pre-Taunt Null, Emma, Mephisto, and Professor X. So the same thing we saw yesterday as well. In room 1, I don't think this is gonna work, but I really don't have any better options. So I'm gonna do Starjammer still and see if they can just outpower and outdo the room rules, because this is obviously take a moment, so there's gonna be 50% less damage and 5,000% increased resistance. So let's see what happens, shall we? I have no clue. This will probably not work because of how the room rules work, but maybe what ends up happening is we'll keep the speed stat, and even after they start taking turns, I'll be able to continue lapping them and be fine, or Odin's just gonna delete me. Either or, you know? Either or. So let's see what happens here. Let's see what we've got. Obviously, I go first, and yeah, unfortunately, in this instance, I just deleted Black Knight. Oh my god, I was not expecting that, if I'm going to be honest with you. Well, Black Knight just got absolutely shredded, so that's cool. Wow, I was not expecting that at all. Let's just do some big damage over here and just start working on Odin, I suppose. Maybe I can actually kill him before he takes a turn, because that'd be pretty nifty. Let's do the ult here. I know I could have changed ISOs as well for like some Striker Skirmisher combos, and that could have helped out just a little bit, but we'll see. They do have less damage, or they do have the room rules are gone now because of that, and Shuri taking a turn. So let's see here. Reduce the duration of all negative effects. Get energy, no. Let's just do the special here and make sure we have offense up, defense up, all that stuff. He's going to special, but that's not going to do anything outside of the charges, so that's fine. And I should be good to just delete him now, if I'm not mistaken. So let's do it, I guess. Let's do the special here. Make sure Shuri doesn't take a turn, because she definitely is annoying if she does take a turn. Make sure that doesn't happen. Let's hit the special here. All right. We're still all in on Odin now. He does have some charges as well. Let's see if we're able to hopefully be okay. He's going to ult, which means he's not getting the battlefield effect up, which is actually better than him basicing there. So we could be fine here because he's not going to do the swipey. And we might be good. He's got slow on him now, and my entire team should go before him once again. And we're fine! Starjammer's doing it. Look at that. All it takes is gear tier 20 on Lilandra, Havoc. It takes some lovely 3 diamonds on all of them to take out this team that they were designed to take out, even with the room rolls. So that's pretty cool. Glad I didn't overthink that one, because I was potentially going to do that. And yeah, I didn't want that to happen. So room number 2, we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday. And we're going to be doing Night Stalkers with Apocalypse. And Apocalypse is just going to give me more raw damage. And this should work just as well as it did last time. We do have a pretty big Quasar there as well. So hopefully that doesn't end up doing anything bad to me. He is gear tier 20. Helverine's gear tier 20 as well. But let's see what ends up happening. My Oath and Blade are gear tier 20, so I should be able to take out the non-gear tier 20 havers pretty quickly, which I think Juggernaut didn't have it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay. I also did copy their Juggernaut as well, which is interesting. All right, so we're going to ult, do some big AoE damage. Obviously, they have immunity, so we don't get the stuns or anything like that, which is why Quasar is pretty good to have here and why people are liking having him here. Their Quasar goes, which is just fine. Now I get to go take out this Juggernaut, hopefully hit him real hard with the Striker attack as well. Awesome. And the Agatha assist almost killed him, actually, which is pretty great. Cool. Let's go over, probably go over here and make sure you're starting to die, because if not, I might have problems. All right, and then let's go on Helverine here. Let's make sure he dies, because if he takes a turn, we will have some problems, and I definitely don't want him taking a turn. It looks like he might, though, which is a little unfortunate. Hood is also taking a turn. Helverine is taking a turn as well, and that's not going to be fun. Yeah, that's a big hit there. So a little bit more, a little bit less efficient than last time, but it looks like it'll still work, so I'll take it. Was not able to kill Helverine before he took a turn, but that's okay. Was still able to get through it, so I'll take it. Not too bad. Yeah, I'll take it. That's okay. A one-shot's a one-shot, because Lord knows I'm not going to one-shot the bobblehead, so that's great. All right, let's see what we can do here and get through room number 3. So I think I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to do a Liberty sack, and then I'm going to do a big Mephisto sack, and then end up coming in and doing Immortal X-Men and seeing what ends up happening. So yeah, let's do Liberty to start, and then see what ends up happening. So very hard to one-shot this room with Null and Professor X in the same room. Very, very difficult, because then Mephisto gets stopped by Null, which it causes a lot of problems. You don't get that exhaust out there, all that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll be able to come in with a team after this and be able to two-shot it. But then again, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe Zombie Juggernaut won't have a Preton on him, and I'm able to get through it. But probably not with the Mark of Mephisto up and stuff. So let's find out together. Let's see what we got. So they're getting a bunch of turn meter because all of my characters are dropping low, which I figured was going to happen. Let's try to do as much damage as we can to Juggernaut, because we might actually be able to kill him given we have some overpowered going into it. So maybe it ends up working. Was that the ultimate from Professor X? I don't know. That was the special. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Cap America Sam's going to take a turn, hopefully. Maybe Patriot can even take a turn before I die. All the mind controls are really rough here. All right, we're going to special. And then Null's ulting, and then we're pretty much done from here. That's okay. All right, cool. No worries, no worries, no worries. So nothing wrong with that. The good thing about this room is they will never start with their ultimates because of the way the room works. So they technically lose 3 ultimate ability energy when they come into the room. So no matter if they're full energy, it actually hinders them a little bit. Which is really, really nice. So always, ultimate abilities cost 3 more ability energy. So that essentially takes away 3 ability energy from them, which is interesting, but that is how it works. So we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday, even though it did not work very well. Oh, I do have Shadow King now as well. Maybe I do Shadow King and like Ancient One instead, and maybe I actually try to take this out. So let's do Ancient One, Shadow King. Let's throw in Old Man Logan for funsies, too. Maybe he can get to a turn, and we'll see what ends up happening. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this, see what ends up happening. So we got Mephisto, and yeah, let's see if we're able to at least do something here. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. Who knows? But we still have the cleanup team in Immortal X-Men that did pretty well yesterday. So worst case, I just do that, and we get the ball rolling pretty quick. But let's see. Let's see what we got. All right, so we do have the first hit going out on the pre-taunt. Let's special there, take that pre-taunt out of here. Awesome. And then we'll go to Professor X. Also, I am assisting right now with Old Man Logan, I guess because of the exhaust, and technically he took a turn last fight, Professor X did, so maybe that's why Old Man Logan is getting that. Okay, well, I'll take it. That hit Ancient One, which is fine. Not a big deal. All right. Now I think I have to ult here because I can't special on Professor X. So yeah, let's just ult, get the claws out, and let's see what we got going here. I don't know if Professor X is going to ult here or not, but he's just going to basic, which is actually good. So that's cool. That's fine by me. Okay. We're doing some stuff. We're getting ability block on Emma here. All right. She probably has immunity or something, but that's fine. All right. Emma taking a lot of damage there, which is great. Null's going to take a turn here and get some turn meter rolling and flip all of these negative effects, which is the really hard thing about having Null in this room. It makes it way more difficult to take out a Professor X. But Let's see, because I did get a kill, so I got some energy. Mephisto, of course, got targeted by that, because why wouldn't he? The mind control doesn't do any damage because of how Shadow King's passive works. They're both dead, so I did take out the pre-taunt, which is kind of nice, so I guess I'll take that, right? Nothing wrong with that. And then it does look like Professor X is not going to have any abilities. He actually might ult right here, which is great. Yep, he did ult. Cool. So he absolutely has no abilities whatsoever. And then anybody else that has abilities wouldn't matter because I have Immortal who's going to take away the special energy from them. And then the room rules take away the ult energy from them. So as long as I'm able to do that, we should be good. And we'll be able to take it out. So let's hop back in with Immortal X-Men. I think I have the team saved. I should. I'd be surprised if I didn't. I do. All right, cool. So let's hop back in with Immortal X-Men. This team could definitely work better if we had like Gear Tier 20 on Jean Grey or Storm or anything like that. But not there just yet. I'm going to be putting probably Gear Tier 20 on Emma for the global section, the global villain section, or the global hero section. So let's stun good old Professor X, make sure he's not doing anything stupid, and then we're going to all in Null here because Null is going to be my biggest problem due to the fact that he can't be rewound and he also cannot get slow on him. So he's very problematic if I don't handle him quickly. We're going to continue targeting him and get the assists that potentially come out on him. Let's go here, hit everybody, which will do pretty good damage. Awesome. And then we'll hit everybody once again with Cable. They're both dead. Emma just basicked, which is fine. And now we are good to go. So this does work pretty well, but we do have to do a double sack to take it out. But the good news is at least it's a clean victory. So if my opponent struggles anywhere, which there's always that likelihood, right? Because he doesn't have Odin on offense and Professor X or Mephisto. He doesn't really have anything the big four, really, with Null, Professor X, Mephisto, and Odin on defense. So let's see what we do. Let's see what happens. Maybe he overthinks something and ends up like 5-shotting it. Or maybe he just shredded my defense and I lost. And, you know, could happen. 25,267. Not too shabby at all, honestly. I'll take it. He did beat me by 1 attack. Unfortunate. Let's see what ended up happening. So room number 1, he did not overthink it as well. He used Starjammers just like I did. Took out my exact same room, actually. We had the same plan. Room number 2, tried to use Immortal. Immortal did not work and then came in with Night Stalkers against the Null Hive Mind comp here. Immortal does not stop speed stat. They stop turn meter, so this team got rolling real fast. And then room number 3, wow, barely squeaked by with a mirror matchup with a pre-taunt instead of Super Scroll. Wow, that is something. Barely squeaking by there. So, you know what? Good on him. He got the win, so nothing wrong with that. I am 0-3 now, which is fine. I just don't have Professor X, and it is what it is. But I am getting closer. Once this mutant leaderboard pays out, I should be getting Professor X a little bit sooner. I'll be able to be through Global Hero, and I'm already working my way through Cosmic Villain when I'm building. So we're getting there. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, this has been Duelim. Later, MSFers.